Hey, what's up, everybody? This is your boy Kenny, and this is Triangle Blue Velvet Season 1, Episode 4, and the name of this episode is Divulgence. And let's just say this was the right title for this episode because something that has been hidden finally comes to the light, and man, was it an eye-opener. But, before I get started, first let me tell you, subscribe to brtbtv.com. I will have that link in the description box. If you have not subscribed yet, you should do it right now. Subscribe to brtbtv.com. As well as check out the Triangle Fan Club on Facebook. We ask that everyone that goes on Triangle Fan Club to show respect not only to your fellow fans, but also to the cast and crew as well. So definitely check out the Triangle Fan Club. You get everything Triangle. You get updates about the episodes, and you also get commentary from the creator Caesar Williams as well. So definitely subscribe to brtbtv.com and check out the Triangle Fan Club on Facebook. And also, I want to offer my love and condolences to everyone that was affected by the horrible tragedy in Texas. It's completely just, I don't even have any words to express how it's really shaking me up to know that people going to church praising the Lord can just be annihilated by such evilness. And it's just sad that the world is coming to this type of crap. And, I just have nothing but love and compassion, for everyone that was affected. I think there was 26 dead and, 14 are injured, and the numbers may change. I could probably my calculations could be off. But it's just sad that we live in a time where people can't even go to church without them having the fear that their lives are at stake. It's insane. But yeah, I want to offer my love and condolences to everyone that has been affected by the tragedy in Texas, as well as the tragedy in Las Vegas, and also everyone that was affected by the hurricanes Harvey, Irma, Jose, and Maria. If you can give any kind of support or relief to anyone that was affected by these tragedies, please do so, because we as a people need to come together right now in this time of chaos, in this time of violence, in this time of trouble. And we definitely need to change the narrative. And we definitely need to lay down a new way of interacting with each other and, bettering the lives of all of us, as far as future generations are concerned. Yeah, it's crazy. But this is going to be a very short review because this episode mainly focused on the relationship of Lenny and Allura, and we actually got introduced to them in the last episode of Triangle Blue Velvet, and we see that there's a love there. But when I definitely picked up on this on the last episode of Triangle Blue Velvet, when Lenny was having a drink with Brandon, and Brandon was like, well, it seemed to me that you and Allura are ahead of us. You guys seem like you got a good love thing going on. And he said, time will tell. So from that comment alone, I knew that there was something more to the situation. Because when the episode opens, we see that Lenny is snacking on Allura's banana cream pie. Yeah, he was definitely eating some dessert. And she was definitely loving it. She was definitely loving the attention. And she was like, well, hey, it's nice that you're snacking on my banana cream pie, but I need you to put your spoon in so you can stir it. And he was like, he just immediately backed up. He was like, no, I'm not ready for that. And she's like, babe, what's going on? It's been like 3 months. Why haven't you taken it there? And he says that, look, I don't want to mess things up again. Things were good with us before, and then things ended bad. Now that I got you back in my life, I don't want to lose you again, and I don't want to start off on the wrong foot. So Allura's like, okay, fine. I have to admit, yeah, I'm happy that we're back together, but you're right. Maybe we're both not in the same space, to take it there. So I'm willing to wait as long as you're ready to. So therefore, they embrace, and then she lets him know that she has some audits to do at Davenport Industries, so she's going to have a late day. But then he says, okay, I have some work to do, so after I'm done, after you're done, I can pick you up and I can take you out to dinner. And she's cool with it, so that's what ends up happening. But before she goes to work, she goes and takes a visit to Jabril. And she lets Jabril know, I have some concerns because everything's going great with me and Lenny, but he's not telling me everything. There's something that he's not telling me, and I need to get to the bottom of it as to what's going on. So she asks him that he did mention that he's going to go hang out with Jabril. So she lets him know that, yeah, he's supposed to come by and visit you. You know, won't you talk to him and find out what's going on? And, you know, Jabril agrees that he'll reach out to him. So then we see that Lenny and Jabril are hanging out. You know, we definitely see that they really have a very cool connection. You know, they kind of joke around with each other. He's like, man, you up in here not doing nothing, shoot, and like, obviously it's working for you because you paid. So he's kind of making jokes like, damn, I may need to work for Davenport Industries. If getting fired gets you like this, I'm good. And he's like, man, forget that. I be working all the time. I just work comfortably. You need to get where I am. So I thought that was kind of cool. They was playing around with that. But then, you know, Jabril gets right to it, and he just lets them know that, look, you know, I met with Allure earlier, and she let me know that there's something you're not telling her. Now, me, I'm not trying to pry and get in the middle of it, but whatever it is you're holding back from her, you need to tell her. And he's like, it's not that simple. He's like, look, you guys are in love with each other. You should just be able to tell her. And then, like, he flips out. It's like, it's not that simple. And then Jabril's like, yo, calm down. It's me. You know, chill a little bit. He's like, look, I don't know what the deal is, and I'm not trying to get in the middle of this. But she came to me out of concern, and all I'm saying is, if you're holding something back from her, you need to tell her. So he says, okay, we'll talk. So then we get a scene, both of them, Allura already knows something's up, because she says that, you know, on the way, you know, he didn't talk very much during dinner, and he was quiet on the ride home. So she's like, what the hell is going on? And we see he's trying to divulge something to her, but he's having the most difficult time doing it. He's stumbling. He's like getting up, and it's like, well, I'm trying to tell you. And she's like, if you do not sit your ass down and tell me what's going on. And then, because she kind of got up and was like, what the hell is wrong with you? And he's like, just sit down, Allura, just sit down. So finally, he sits down, and with time, he reveals to her that he's HIV positive. So immediately she's like wondering, so like, are you gay? Are you bi? And he's like, no. You know, look, when we broke up, you know, I kind of went on the deep end, you know, and I just started having sex with random women, and some were protected and some were not protected, and that's probably where I caught it. And Allura's mad because they've been dating for months, and he has not told her. She's like, why would you hide something like that from me? And she said that, well, that's the reason why we never had actual intercourse, because I didn't want to infect you, and I was protecting you, and I didn't want to hurt you. And Allura's like, but the fact that you knew this, and the whole time we were together, you had admirable time to tell me this shit, and you just decided to tell me now? Like, you lied to me. You misled me. Like, I was like really wanting to get it in, and I was just wondering why you kept stopping, and the whole damn time you were HIV positive. And he's like, look, this is not an easy thing to talk about. But Allura wasn't trying to hear this shit. She was like, you know what, just get the hell out. I ain't got time for this shit. You know what, I can't deal with this right now. And we can definitely tell she's hurt. But we can definitely, and then next thing you know, we saw her talking to Jabril. And Jabril was like, yeah, you know, maybe I shouldn't have told him what I told him, because I did tell him that, look, whatever it is, you need to just let her know. And then immediately Alora's like, oh, so you knew about this shit too? And Jabril was like, calm the hell down. Remember, Brandon's asleep. You know, calm down. Because she ends up spending the night at Jabril's house after that. And he said that, no, I didn't know what he was going to tell you. That was none of my business. But all I told him is that whatever it is you're holding back, you need to talk to her about it. I had no idea it was this. And she's like, yeah. So pretty much she ends up staying at Jabril's house. And then we see the next day she goes home. Lenny's at her doorstep. And, you know, at first she's willing to talk to him, but she's still got that guard up because she's mad and she's hurt, you know, due to the fact that all this time he knew he was HIV positive and didn't say anything. So he explains to her that, look, he pretty much lets her know that, look, I was going to tell you. It's just that I got so caught up with being back, with you being back in my life, and, you know, all of a sudden, you know, the love that I had for you was now, you know, rebirthed, and I was just caught up in the rapture, and I didn't tell you, and I should have told you, and I'm wrong for that. But I just want to let you know that I love you, and I want to make this right. So Laura's like, yes, we can, but right now, I just need some time to process all of this. But, you know, he says, okay, I understand, and he's like, I love you, and she says, I love you too, and then we see that she breaks down, and that was the end of the episode. But I'm like, there's really some great possibilities with their relationship. And I'm glad that this came out because, you know, now, you know, being HIV is no longer a death sentence. You know, you can still live a life and you can still practice, you know, intercourse, safe that is, but you can still, you know, you can still have a normal life and a normal relationship. So, but I just think Alora is hurt for the fact that he's hid it. And it's just now she's finding this out when she felt that he should have told her in the beginning. And I agree, he should have. But his explanation made sense, you know. But this was a really good episode, y'all, and I'm really looking forward to seeing more of Lenny and Alora's relationship and seeing where it's going to go, because I definitely think that there's real love there between the two of them. And even though he has HIV positive, I don't think that's going to stop them one bit from being that couple, for being the couple that they really want to be. So we're going to have to keep eyes on that. But that's what I have. If you guys have any commentary or ideas, please leave them down in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. But subscribe to my channel. Click that bell so you get notifications every time I drop a video. Also, I've started a GoFundMe. You can find that link in the description box. Also, like this video, comment on this video, and share this video. And I will be back with the next episode of Triangle Blue Velvet. So until then, everyone, take care.